Alrighty, so today we are going to talk about the 5-point scale. And I really like the 5-point scale because it's positive, it's very in line with PBS. It is also very proactive. So the 5-point scale really prides itself on proactively finding supports that can help students before they reach that 5 anger emergency phase, where we see a lot of the aggressive or self-directed behaviors that we want to avoid. So I like the 5-point scale because it's positive and it's proactive. It was created by a lady, her name is Carrie Dunn-Burnan. She gives workshops and such. And she has a website, it's at 5pointscale.com, where you could buy her books or print your own 5-point scale. But if you just Google search 5-point scale, a lot of different things are going to pop up, different modifications of the scale, different ideas on how to use it and whatnot. So what is the 5-point scale? The 5-point scale is a visual way for students to identify how they're feeling and, most importantly, to request supports to have them self-regulate. And the idea of the 5-point scale is that it starts off being teacher-led, where the teacher is saying, this is the level that you're at, this is how you're feeling, it looks like to me, and this is the support that I think that you should use right now. And then we try to make the shift so that the student is more independent and initiates it themselves. So I'm going to show you a couple different ones. This is where I like to start. This is what I use for students that are non-readers. So it has the color coding system, and like I said, it's going to start with it being very teacher-led. You look very happy right now. It looks like you're at a 1. You look frustrated. You're more at a 4. And then kind of having the student orchestrate and be able to take more of initiative to point at what stage they're at. Here's one that is including words. So once again, we have the numbers on the side, but now it has the words, and it's a little bit more descriptive. So I am overwhelmed, everything is too hard, I'm losing control, I need to leave the environment I'm in, give me space. So at that phase, we're going to be working on them saying, I need space, and identifying I'm at a 4. And so once again, it goes throughout from happy to angry. Here's one that you could use with more high-functioning students, and once again we have the numbers, but this one's broken down into different columns. So this says, how does this feel? What makes me feel this way? And how can I tell? So let's look at number 4, for example. Here's number 4. This column is, how does this feel? This can really upset me, or I'm feeling really upset. What makes me feel this way? It makes me feel this way when all the boys laugh at one time, when I can't do my work, or when I make a mistake. And you would be writing this with the student, so you would be creating their own personalized 5-point scale specific to them, or specific even to that period or that activity. And then the last column, how can I tell? I could tell I'm at this level because I start swearing out loud, I say mean things to other people, I tear at my work, and most importantly, the intervention is in bold. I even like to highlight it and draw a lot of attention to it because that's the point we're really focusing on. So we're going to focus at that phase. We're going to take a walk out of the room. And so the idea is that we are able to identify what phase we're at so that we don't keep moving up the scale, that we can use that intervention, whether it be take the card to the teacher, take a walk out of the room, to avoid getting to that 4 and 5 level. So I wrote up some tips, some things to include. Make sure that you're describing the feelings. For us to say, you look angry, is easy for us to comprehend. But sometimes, especially if the student's angry, they're not able to understand what angry looks like. So describe the feeling. Angry looks like when you are tearing up your paper and you are mumbling threats under your breath. Or angry looks like when you start to stomp your feet. The second thing is typically describe events that cause these feelings. So I usually feel upset when I'm at gym or in crowded places. And then lastly, and most importantly, provide a support they can utilize in that phase. So in phase 4, when I start stomping my feet, I know I'm angry, and the supports are I can either ask for a break or I can get a drink of water. And hopefully this will be able to make the shift so that the students could use this 5-point scale independently and not rely on so much support from adults to help control their emotions. Thank you.